ACS Project SEED is sponsored by the American Chemical Society, a national organization for chemists. And for several years now, it has been providing research experiences for high school students. They come and work in labs, both in academia and industry, for 8 weeks in the summer, doing real research projects.
I've always enjoyed research. So after my sophomore year completing a chemistry research project, I found out about Project SEED. Through Project SEED, it's opened my mind a lot more to different careers I can take. I know now I want to do something research, specifically chemistry or biochemistry for sure, but I'm still exploring many different pathways.
Project SEED helped me prepare for college-level research and classes. I was able to meet a bunch of students here, and so they were able to give me solid feedback on what to experience from college chemistry. My second summer, I had told the students in the lab that I was coming to K, and they were super excited. They gave me textbooks and they gave me advice.
So it's important for Kalamazoo College to be part of Project SEED because it allows us to connect with the community and connect with high school students, particularly students who may not have access to these types of opportunities.
I would not have gone to K if it wasn't for Project SEED. I hadn't even heard of it beforehand, but because I was stationed here, I got to really meet the faculty and the students, and I realized, hey, these people are amazing. They're really nice. They don't mind breaking concepts down for me that are obvious to them but not so obvious to a high schooler. And so that really made me want to come here. The advice that I would give to a high school SEED student coming into the program, just go for it. And if you get accepted and you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm qualified for this, it will be fine. You will be helped along the way, and it could change your life.